Hello and welcome back to Big Sky Farms. We are today on the Michigan map again. We're going to see if we can get that canola contract finished up as well as get our straw collected. Right now we are just on our way back to the farm to get the windrower going on the wheat stubble by the farm, and then we will cruise over and do a little bit of combining. So that is what's on tap for today. And if we get that canola contract finished up, we will potentially get the ripper going on our big case quad track. So that is kind of what the plan is for today. So you can just sit back, relax, and watch us do the farm work. So here is the windrower that we have leased. It is the big Kloss one. And the width should match the width of the combine fairly well. So that's what we're going to try to do. And we'll go from there. So we'll just get a little course set up here. And see how this works. So we've got it hooked up, and we're going to start. This probably isn't necessary, but I would just like to. I'd like just to do it this way, just so we can. Oh, now hold on. Our plans might have changed. No, they're not. So we will just head down to the other end of the field, which is good. And we'll go from there. So always a good time in August in Michigan here. Weather has been great for us so far. So once we're done here, we are going to go look at what it is going to take. And I just need to put these up here just so I get lined up on the right spot here. Alright, let's get our worker going here. Perfect. So this is what I was talking about with the difference between if I do the Midlands and do the manual combining, even with GPS, I'm going to be offset from our course play just a little bit. So if I were to set up a course play the same width as the combine and everything, we'd be off just this little bit. And we just end up fighting course play the whole time. So one of the ways I alleviate that is I just set up a course, we run it over again, and what are we got going on here? Oh, I can't change any of that stuff on the fly anymore. Oh well. Yeah, that's life. We can deal with it. Not a problem. So, alright, with him well on his way, there's our big quad track. Hopefully we can get some ripping in. Back to our lovely semi, over to the Gerbeat machine to pick up. Here we are at our fine combine. And we were having the worker do this, but I think you and me and the dog makes 3. We're going to go ahead and do it ourselves here. lined up. And we're just going to do a little bit of chatting here, but we also might jump into just a few minutes of a montage here, just so that you guys aren't bored, but at the same time give you guys a little bit of entertainment. So give me but a moment to get, maybe? Now we're going to go. There we go. Helps to engage the machine here. So, and we're going to, there we go. Make it just a little smoother for our, oh, no, I just realized that you guys don't have any desktop sounds. So, there we go. Alright, sorry about not having any sound at the beginning here, guys. I do apologize. I was hearing it in my headphones, thought you guys had it as well. So, now that we've got that going, we're just going to jump into a little bit of a montage here. And away we will go. Okay, as we come back to the end here, we can see our hired worker did a terrible job on our ends here. So we are going to go ahead and cut these ends out. And capacity we have left, looks like we got about 40% left to fill. We are going to move it. There we go. We're going to go ahead and get these ends opened up for him. Hopefully he does a better job and we get hired back to do this again someday. So, we are just going to get one to do that. It's kind of interesting that the hired worker can use the extra side, the extra edge of the field on the south end of the field. But, excuse me, east end of the field, but not this end. You can't use the road to turn around. So kind of an interesting little notice about the game or what have you. But, so yeah, and if I was the owner of this field, I would be incredibly happy with how this harvest is going, because this yield is, pretty nice. Pretty nice. I, however, do not have the same problems as the hired worker, and I will take up the whole road and then some to get my harvest complete. So, who's in here? I don't know. Well, probably don't need to be this far in. So we're going to go ahead and set up around here. And we'll just turn around and head back that other way and get us a little closer to the truck. Well, almost 85% full. It may be more effective for us just to run up and unload and start on the other end coming back down again, because I don't know how far we will get. Well, at 13% we should get a fair bit down here, so that's just what we'll do. We'll just start off, head down that way, and away we go. Drop the header down, get us close, and boom, bang, Bob's your uncle, and away we go. Looking at the fabulous screens here of the Sim dashboard by Farm Sim, I did see we picked up just a little bit of damage after we hit that pole, so we may have to come back out here with or use the pickup to run and get the service trailer. Do a little bit of service work here for us. We're at 99% full, so we're going to pull the header. And we're going to drive through our dust storm. And once we have this unloaded and we are back over at, or have this guy back in line doing his combining, we will go ahead and jet back and see how our courseplay operator is doing. So, yeah, I think for as small a field as this is an amazing amount of canola coming off of here. Typically don't see canola yield this well in game, so it's kind of cool to see that. And again, I'll rave about it because they deserve raving. This case combine and this big old header, just another set of great works from the guys over at Custom Modding. They do such a nice job with this equipment. So it's another kudos to them for a job well done. So, because I could pretty much sit here all day and do this, but I don't have enough words in me to talk for that long and keep you guys entertained. So we will jump back over to our John Deere on courseplay, see how he's doing. Oh, he's missing just a few little bits there. Well, that's alright. That is alright. So we're going to sneak back around here to our combine, who is rocking and rolling. Are going to take our combine and back over the hitch. Whoops. We're going to take our combine down and get our pickup down and get the service trailer and bring it up over to the edge of the field just in case we want to get that damage repaired. I like to keep the maintenance up on the equipment. If you take care of the equipment takes care of you. So believe that one was kind of angled in there, so we'll just swing this wide. The other thing we could potentially do is get our quad track out and get the ripper hooked up and potentially do a little bit of ripping on the ground that's already been picked up this straw. But I was kind of hoping to get at least one load or so picked up on that course play. See how that integration with auto drive went. I think we will just see if we can catch that. Oh, that's why our hired worker did a better job down here. Because we had some help from me. So we will get over here and get our, oops, out of the way. Oh shoot, on the wrong side. Look at the carefully turn our, there we go, and we'll just get this guy. I think we can just back him into the repair area here. We should be able to get, alright, should be able to repair both from there. Let's see, what does the computer say? Condition 85%, 3.5 hours. So let's go ahead and spendy on those repairs. Yikes. And 1,000 to repair the header. Yes. Okay. So we're back to 100% with that. So let's get him back down the road. And back going. And we will probably leave pickup and service trailer down here. I think we'll get this closed up. It's going to clunk us on the head. Alright. Let's see if we can get this out of the way here. He looks to be doing quite a nice job. He is doing nothing. Oh, he's on his first headland pass. So he'll circle back around and finish up shortly. So this guy and like unhooked. There we go. All right. So, kind of a neat John Deere Ripper here. We're going to definitely give it a shot. This is probably a plenty of horsepower for this machine, but let's see what it can do here. Get it unfolded. GPS turned on. We'll get us rack set. don't mind pulling this wide, especially when I have a big yard to pull through. So, one thing that I should do probably before we get too far into this is see what we have to have for nutrients on this field. We're pretty low. pH is okay for this time around. Plowing should be able to get us done. Should be okay to plow here. So let's see if we can get this ripped up. And like I said, ripping at 9 miles an hour. Plenty of... Oh, I did create a track, or so we thought. We're going to have to do this outside round again. Alright, now we can center our GPS. Now we can move it over just a little bit. There we go. Alright, so it looks like this is our cornfield over there. We should probably check and see what it might need for some nutrients as well. Call the co-op out, see what they can do for us. Okay, we're gonna... Whoa! Alright, I think what we're gonna do now that we've got the ponies settled down, we're gonna go ahead and come back to the top. And we'll straighten out our first line there. Probably get our windrower moved back over to the other wheat field. But we may have the co-op come out and do a little bit of top dressing for some nitrogen for us. So, yeah, that's a terrible first pass. Oofta. That looks rough for us. Okay. Picking up a few of our skips here along the way. Getting our edges all worked up nice for the neighbors. Make sure they're happy. Because if we leave this mess along the side of the road, we definitely will hear about it at the coffee shop on Saturday. So, to avoid unsightly instances at the coffee shop, we'll just get this straightened up and squared away and move on with our day. Alright. And now that we're a little slower on the corner, it's a little easier to control that baby. And so we can... We're still going to be a little squirrely, aren't we? Still going to be a little squirrely, but that's okay. That's okay. Definitely like the Ripper here. Just wish we could maybe a little wider for us here. But never really having done beats before, I wasn't sure if we need this much horsepower. So this this tractor could be on the hook to be graded this fall, because I believe this Ripper, that 400 horse John Deere quad, should be able to handle this Ripper without any issues at all. But we still do have to get a planter for next spring, and we do definitely need to be looking at our own sprayer of some sort. So, but with that being said, we are going to snake it just a little, and we're going to work right up to where that windrow lays, and then we're going to call it for today. We'll scoot over and get the combine unloaded so he's ready to go for the next time, and then that will be a good point to end the episode. I've already kept you guys a little longer than I wanted to, so I do apologize for that, but as always, it's a pleasure to have you join us as we continue our march through sugar beets in Michigan. So, I think, yeah, we're just going to pick up right about here. Did get just a little bit of that. That's okay. So, we will go park this guy at the edge of the field. We got a good start on that tillage, which I am happy with. And so we can get ourselves parked out of the way here so that our course play worker doesn't run into us when we're picking up straw next time. So, alright, let's see where our worker ended up. Does have the pipe out on the right side there, correct. So we're going to go ahead and get that truck out to him and get him. Alright, so that will end the episode for us today as this guy is unloading. We do appreciate you guys joining us again, and he's going to take off and away he goes. Appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you later.